Hello and welcome to Terraforming Mars. This is a digitally adapted board game, and the point of the game is you're a corporation looking to terraform the planet Mars. Today we're going to be playing a solo challenge. Normally you play against a number of other corporations, and there are ways of getting points basically by contributing towards terraforming, and at the end the person who has the most points has won. There are a couple of concepts we're going to go through it together. So I'm going to click solo challenge, and then they give us a planet. We have to choose between these two things, and then we're also going to have the selection of 10 different cards. Right now I'm just going to click Saturn systems because they're fun. I can go back and change this after I've seen my options. So I can see, ooh, is it actually a good start for them or not? Like for example, Vesta Shipyards, fantastic. This is fantastic. If I need energy early, that's fantastic. Ganymede Colony is amazing for points, but I mean, I can't not take it. But basically what I'm afraid of right now is a lot of these cards are good, right? Oh, what are you afraid of? A lot of them are good, but I can't buy all of them. Like right now I have selected, how many? 1, 2, 7 cards. And each of the ones I've selected to keep with me, let me step back. The main way you interface with this game is by playing cards. And certain cards synergize differently with different companies. For instance, any cards with this tag here means that they're Jovians, so they're one of the gas giant planets. And the company I selected does particularly well with those things. Okay? So some of these are going to help us terraform the planet, and other ones are just really good for us for making more money and more points. These little ones, and over here twos, is basically a count of endgame points, which is different from this symbol, which is a TR, which is a point you get right now. The reason it counts right now and why that's important is because you make money every generation. After you've played as many cards as you can, it's the next generation. You make money based on how many of those points you have terraforming rating. There's a bunch of other things. These brown boxes means that these will produce between every generation, but some of them have a cost, in this case energy. I like this one because it gives me a lot of energy, but it costs money. But the thing is, I'm getting really beat up here because I want to be able to play cards in the first turn. So basically I'm just trying to buy up infrastructure. Once I've selected the cards, I'll let you know a little bit more about how exactly we do this. But I really, the thing I'm debating on getting is this guy, because I need heat, which is a thing, like I said, we'll talk about. But I can only get it if I get this guy, nuclear power, and I just can't afford it all in the turn. So we're going to hit done and hope for the best. Yes. So here we are. We have $27 down here. We make $1 per turn because we're a company. We also make 1 titanium per turn. Now, the way I'm going to talk about this is you have cards, which you can do things with. And then down here you have all the resources. So money is the main thing you use to buy cards. So the cost is up in the top left. And then there's steel, which you can use towards building cards. So in this case, this little house. Titanium, which is used for space cards, so with the star. Plants are used, if you have 8 of them, you can build a greenery on the planet. Energy is used for some special cards, but in particular heat, if you have 8 of it, you can up the temperature of the planet. Now, when I talk about terraforming, what I'm talking about is we need the temperature of the planet to be at least 14 degrees. Sorry, the temperature is this one, needs to be at least 8, and the oxygen level needs to be about 14%, and we need 9 oceans. Those are the 3 things to be a win for us. We have 14 generations to do it. This is the first generation, and we're hoping to snowball and do better as we go. So I'm going to start by playing this. The reason I took this card is because it gives us 5 steel, which has a value of $10 because they're worth $2 a piece if you're buying those cards with the building tags. And it only cost me $5 to play and $3 to buy the card. So I make a $2 profit for picking this card. I play it. It's a red card, which means it's a one and done. I've played it, it's gone, it doesn't count in any other way. Then, Industrial Microbes is going to give me energy and steel every turn. I'm going to pay for it using the steel I just made. Happy days. Now, what I really want is both of these, but I'm $1 short. So I'm trying to figure out. They both give me the same thing. Because, well, this gives me the energy. The reason this gives us the same thing is that our company bonus is that this symbol here is good for us because every time we play a card with it, we get an additional money per turn, which is the same as this one here. So we'll play this card. Great. Now we make 2 titanium a turn, and we make $2 extra a turn on top of the 14 because that's our current TR. Right? We're basically out of money. There's nothing else we can do. Pass the generation. I like this game in the real-life adaptation more because there's a bunch more expansions and playing with players is a lot of fun. But when playing the solo, it's really great. Dome Crater's okay. It's a city. It makes us $3 per turn at the cost of an energy production. Our energy production's spoken for, and you have to build it before 7%. It also costs a lot and gives you a couple of plants. Might be worth. That's a cheap energy for it as well. It'll give us -1 point at the end of the game, but I'm okay with that. This requires 5 science tags. We haven't seen any science tags yet, so I'm not really worried about it. And this requires -10 degrees, which is far ways away. So a little bit too early for that card, though I would like it. We're going to start with the fuel factory. We have a steel from that previous card we played. Happy days. There goes our energy production. We do have 1 energy now, but we have nothing that uses it. And if we're going to play this card, we may as well play it now. And we can always steal and attack a neutral player. There's these neutral cities and granaries on the board that whenever you're doing a hostile action, it's just taken for granted that those are the people you're hitting. We're not 3 titanium per turn, so it would be really great to get more space cards. But we'll see what we can do. Green player. Generation 3. Here we go. We really need to get our thing off the ground. See, this is so good. $2 off of every card you play ever, but we just don't have. We just don't have it. And this is basically spend $3 for the card, $7 to play it to make $2 per turn. We have basically 10 rounds of production, so this card is a wash. Just taking space. Ecological zone needs us to have a granary in play, and whenever we play animal tags or plant tags, which are cards with these symbols, we get some stuff, but it's not really valuable. Part of me wants to grab this card out of principle, but we're never going to get the tags for it. But if we take it, we still have enough for the doomed. It's Domed Crater, but one time my mom said Domed Crater and I laughed. So that bit has stuck with me basically forever. We're going to play the crater. It's going to give us 3 plants. And wherever you place it, you get an immediate bonus for whatever you're placing over. So if we play it here, we'll get a card. Right now we're desperate for options. Black Polar Dust, that's not great. It's alright. But now we have $6 per turn coming in. So now we're making 20 when you include the 14. So we have more options if cards come up that are actually valuable for us to pick. This is good. This is good. This could help us save us in the late game. So I'll take these 3 cards. This is a science tag, so it helps you know, 1 of 7 towards this thing, and it gives us titanium back for building it and energy, so that's pretty great. And we have so much titanium now because we have tons of production. If I overspend, right, I could spend $12. This goes beyond 0, but you don't make money back. It's still worth it because our money is more precious than our titanium right now, and we're only losing $1 by doing it. I thought about it, but it's fine. We get 2 back, so we're still plenty. And that leaves us with enough for our GHG factories, which will use that energy immediately and start getting us 4 heat. Which basically means every 2 turns, we will have enough heat to do one of these bumps. And we need to do, like, basically 30 of them within the next couple turns. It's not looking great, but, you know, that's the kind of time where you gotta pull it out from behind and do well. Alright, we're basically already a third of the way through the game. Cheap Ocean, Olympus Conference, that's a science tag, and it's building so we can make it cheaper. Add a resource. This is basically a free card for us, but for $4, that's not great. Yeah, okay. So we have 2 of those cards. We're gonna build. This one won't immediately help us because you need to play 2 science tags before it procs. What it does is every time you've played the first one, you get to put a science on it, and then when you play the second science tag, you get a free card. But we only have 1 science tag in hand, other than the one we can't play. This is an ocean, which is cool. This is an ocean and heat is kind of what's looking dire right now. So let's go for that. Black polar dust. And we'll get it for 2 cards, because we really need more cards right now. Wow, that's actually not a bad card for us either. Because we can use our titanium, finally, on a space card. And it'll give us some, we can choose, but right now we don't have any microbes or animals. So, we'll put that here for another card. And we will grab the plants. So now we're only 2 plants away. We got Lunar Beam. That's a great card. And Excar. So far, so good. It also helps us get through the deck faster. We need to start terraforming though. Usually turn 10 is when you really need to go all in on terraforming. Right now we're not quite there yet. I don't think I need earth tags. This is good though. Well, I don't know how many. It says it gives us 1 production for every earth tag we have, which we have none. But we have 1, 2 in our hand, and we want to play both of those. So that's worthwhile. The capital isn't great. This is good for us though. The problem is the more cards you pick up, the less money you have to spend on them. We build Lunar Beam. That'll get us even more energy and stuff. It'll reduce our money income, which is bad, but we can now basically for free play Miranda Resort. I'd like to wait to play it to get the Olympus Conference, but I think we need the money. We'll also get 1 because it has the right symbol. So it's $2 a turn at the cost of our titanium, which we're not using for anything anyway. It's better to wait on those cards because it's synergy, but again, and then see here, now that we have 8 or more, we can now proc this to start pumping up the heat. And now we're getting 9 per turn, so now we're starting to look good. And now doing these actions, these oceans and this heat, has put up our terraforming to 17. So now we're, even though this has gone down, this number has gone up. So we're still making now $21 a turn, but we need more. Gotta make profit. So another generation of humans goes by. Great. This is a really good one. This is good. This is good. And this is good. All of these are good. I don't know how many, if any, we're going to be able to play, though. Basically, I think this turn is just a wash for us. Well, here's the thing I'm thinking of. This ups the value of our metals by 1. So is it more important to play this to get an extra card from the tag, or to... I think we spend the metal now to buy this card, and then with the money we have left over, we buy one of these two. So, because these two cards, the reason that's important is because the other two cards you can't use the metal on. Now, is it more important to get metal every turn or get a plant? We're so close to getting a greenery that I think this is more valuable. This will get next turn. And then it'll be more valuable because we'll play the card that makes those metals better. And we still have enough for the heat. Good, good, good. Deep well heating would help too. Yeah, I really like building industries. Oh, we should have built that. Well, no, I still like the greenery. We need to... Greeneries are the way you do the oxygen. And the oxygen is our definite shortcoming right now. We need to get all the way up. And speaking of which, here are ways of getting there. They both require oceans. This is a good tag. Steal money. You go even on this card. You pay it for 3 and then 1. So $4, and then you get $4 worth of steel. But because our steel will be worth more, we'll actually make a profit on that. As long as we can pay them all. We need one more ocean on the board though. So first I'm going to heat the planet twice. Heating the planet to this level gives us a free heat production, which is great. And then we can get one more, that'd be even better. We're then going to go here. And play this. It's kind of a dead turn for us. But bam. So we got a free card from that. Oh, we do have enough. Yes. That's what I was worried about. So this is just enough to steal 2 steel. Perfect. From the neutral player. And then that steel is now valuable. Very valuable. So we'll do this one because we can, because it has the tag. And it's only 2 now because there were 3 each. And that'll put up that production 2 steps. So now we're going to get rich real quick. We really want to play this card soon. It's expensive, but we have tons of titanium, but we need 2% oxygen first, so we need to get those greeneries down, which will happen at least once next turn. Round 9, uh-oh. We have a long way to go, guys. The nuke is good, this is good. Trying to think, sponsors, $9 if you include the thing, and then we have a lot of cards that we can do though. There's no way that makes profit. This is good though. This is 7, get production, okay. So, what I'm gonna do is this one costs us next to nothing. Costs us $1. Well, let's make sure we can do everything else first. I'm trying to think of where do we want to put. We have a nuclear zone. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put it because I want to build our greeneries in an area that has lots of greeneries. But I also want to steal, I think. Do I have a lot of building tags? I have this one. Just this one, so not much. There's no titanium, I don't think, out and about. That's a card. That's a card. You also get money just for placing near oceans. So I'm thinking that's... If we do play that card, that's what we'll do with it. First, the easy thing is this. That puts that up. Then we go here. We put 1 point into that. It has to be adjacent to something we've already built, so we'll go here with it. That gives us steel production. And some steel right now. The only building card we have is this one, so we'll put all that into it for $1. Great. puts up the heat higher, we get more energy. Only have 0 oxygen, eh? Yeah, it's hard. I do like this. If we have the perfect amount, well, actually we have even more. So boom, that one's great. That one gets us tons of resources and income. I think we need to do the subterranean reservoir because that will unlock these cards. And then we place them here for money. So now we have enough money. The problem is that you need to be able to give up. Why can't I play this one? Minimum 3. Oh, it's $8. The thing is, I think we do this one first. We won't be able to play our greenery this turn, but we don't have a great place for it anyway. So we'll do that. And now we don't have enough, but now we have 2 per turn. So pass. The heat's great. Like we're gonna be able to crank that up. We're at 10. I mean, this is when I'm usually afraid. This is a good card. That's about it. Okay, so heat the planet. We have no minimum heats. Heat the planet. I really like this just to get us on the other side of the board. But where would we put it here? Make a bunch of money. And then greenery, greenery? I think so. Oh, but I can't greenery, greenery. I don't have the money for that. I think I have to forego the money and get the plants. Oh, big boom. Then we take the greenery and we put it here. Then we make sure we get more plants per turn. We'll still be short next turn, it seems. Then we'll take a turn doing this. That gives us a selection of this. We have to pick 2 to grab. This one's really good for us. That's so good for us. And this is a... Do we have few game state tags? We have enough power tags. Perfect. Return. So that's a science building, which is good. How many science tags do we have? 3. We're a long ways off of these. They're not even that good at this point, but this is great. We build this, and this is one of those cards I'm talking about that can use energy to do something. So this gets us more titanium and more oxygen. Hey-oh. Now we're cooking. Does that leave us with a knife? Oh, it does. So much. And then we oh, perfect. Yes, this is... We've got a chance. With Generation 10, we're going to start making plants almost every round. We have 2 pumps of heat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, we're pretty much there. I'm excited. Making lots of money now. Give us some good cards. Let's go. Maybe more science? We can bum rush that science. This is science. Has to be less than -14, so you cannot play that card, which is too bad. But I doubt to like him again. Which we will. We need plants is good. In fact, we have enough plant tags that we should have grabbed the bugs. I messed up there. I didn't think about those guys. What's best here? Heat the planet. We don't have any minimums. Heat the planet again. Place the greenery. Oh, well, I should have bought an ocean or something first. Can I cancel? No, can't cancel. Well, that's too bad. Not optimal. Because again, if I built the ocean first, then I could place things beside it and get money. Then the reason I can play an ocean is I haven't told you guys yet, but there are standard projects where you can do things at a very high cost compared to what it's worth. So building this infrastructure is so key if you're going to try and do it all on your own. And this building's free. If I just use my titanium. I don't know if we are going to get a free card for it. No, we're going to get one more next turn. Next time we play a science card, we get one more. So if we had one more science tag, we'd be at 5. Then we play this for 6. Then we'd be one short of this. But it's pretty much the end of the game. So if I build this, I'll be at 22, which is not enough for a greenery. I think I really should buy an ocean. And I should have built it before. That or a city. If I can build an ocean... Well, first, what I should do is go to my actions and use that once per turn, use 4 energy to put up the oxygen, so we actually have a chance of winning this. Yep, let's build the ocean. I would have made $2 had I built this before building the greenery. But that's fine. Leaves us with enough for adapted lichen. And then the question is it worth building this for 6? We get 1 per turn. We have, technically we would make, we're going to produce 3 times, going to 12, going to 13, going to 14. And it's worth $3, so technically we make $3 if we do this, but it's in steel, which may or may not be useful. I built the card, so I'm going to let sunken cost fallacy make me do it. It's not my fault. And we have plenty of income, but still, did I not get 5? I don't know if that worked, but I don't think it was worth a negative point. We've done 2 things so far that have been negative points, but we're hopefully going to crush it on points because we have that card here, which if you play at the end of the game, you get tons of points, 1 for every one of these types of cards we built, including itself, and I will count those off in a second. Here's science. It's not great. This is really good for us because we can build it for basically free. I think it costs an energy though, yeah. And then that's bad. So tags, we have 5 of them. So that's a bunch of extra points we're going to be getting there. Let's build this. We need to keep... We can sell one or the other, and I think I'm going to sell plant. So first we'll cook the planet by making titanium on it, and then we will sell a plant for $7, which is a pretty good trade. Gene repair is mostly for the science tag, which will then give us a free card, which it just did. Big asteroid, that's really good for us. First we play this. This makes our space cards cheaper. We just got a space card. I'd love to wait for this, but there's no real sense. See, it was 27, now it's 25. It's even telling you, which is nice. So let's go ahead. That's going to be enough to... we only had 2 heat bumps coming from this, and we needed 3. That means if we get to this, we actually get a free ocean. So boom, this bumps up, we get the ocean, happy days. put it here. This gives us 2 plants. Take this, build it here. We get $2 for building it there. Heat the planet again. Oh, we're doing good. We have at least like 3 bumps in no time. We have tons of heat infrastructure. Build another ocean? I think so. And as long as we get 2 plants with it, which we'll do here, building a little trench here, that will give us enough for another greenery this turn. We've kind of reached the point where it's less about terraforming the planet and more about getting as many points as you can. Because right there, I think that's enough. 1, 2, 3. Not to mention we get a free one for doing this. It's too late for that. Farming's maybe alright here. And this would be cool if we needed energy, but at this point we have so much energy that these are kind of just wasted cards. So we still didn't get a science tag, which is too bad. We'll do this. Boom, puts up the oxygen. We will do the other one. This time we're going to sell a steel because it's less valuable to us. Look at this money. We're doing great. We can farm. Gives us more plants per turn, more plants right now. Now we actually make points for building beside like our own cities. But I don't think it's worth building our greeneries around here. We still want to build them where there's plants. And we have a lot, well, not a lot of oceans, but we have a decent number of oceans to go. I'm just going to heat the planet all the way up to the maximum. Yeah. I want to get cocky and build a city. So standard project, build a city. And it is worth extra. Then we'll build this here. The city's worth 3 points because it's 3 greeneries, and then we've just created a grid spot for 1 here, or here. So if we build a city, no, we still want to build 1 here. This one I'm just waiting, like we would be making more money if we played this. Like 1, and then we have 1 for playing the tag, and then if I look at our tags, we would have 6 including that, so we'd be making $7 more a turn. But if I wait, I might get another point out of it. Hard to say. I think we just take our money and wait to see what our cards are next turn. Because we have 1 more turn, and then we just have to go all in on the greeneries and stuff. So we want to pick up at least 2 plants when we do all this, but we can do that by dropping oceans. That's good for us. It sucks because it's not great. I don't think that's worth it. This is good though. That's really good. So we have tons of heat that we can't use because we've already hit our maximum, but this allows us to trash our heat to gain more plants. We don't have any animals, sadly. I really thought we'd be struggling this game, but we hit, oh, got a lot of wind in our sails, basically. What we really want to do is see if we can check out more cards. So, greenery, here. Put a card. We want a science tag. It's not a science tag. This for us is a very cheap ocean, which we will put here for 2 plants. Now, can we get even more plants? We can get an oxygen here, and we can get a bunch of money for selling steel. I don't know, I think we're actually in a not great spot now. We've gotten so little money. Let's drop a greenery. I know I said we want plants, but how are we gonna get them? Over here. That gives us some money back. Can we buy 2 greeneries? 1, 2. That would make us a lot of money here. And we need 2 oceans. So we could greenery, ocean, ocean. And then that would be enough for another greenery. I think we have enough. Greenery. I like doing both these, but greenery here. We're going to do the actions that give us money back. Build an ocean, aquifer. Oh, we did with 3? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm glad I put that first one down over there. Aquifer here. And then 1 more plant. Oh, that was enough. 7 plus 2 is 9. I don't know what I was thinking. Greenery here. And then that gives us enough for an extra greenery, which we'll put around our city here. And that leaves us with enough to play this, which is worth points. Lots of points. So now we've won. So let's do a standard project of another city, which we'll put. This is worth 3 points, that's worth 3 points. A lot of things are worth 3 points. I can't see any more than that. Planet's looking pretty good. Pretty terraformed, I'd say. We could technically sell our cards for $1 each, but that's it. And then we'll get to build 1 more bonus greenery at the end of the game. And we'll just do it here on the waterfront. And that's done. Whew, game over. Woo, we got points for having greeneries, got points for those cities being beside them, got points on our cards, 94. Breaking 100 is really good. 94, I'm happy with. We had a little bit of a slow start, but damn, great stuff. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.